Welcome to Slovakia. Slovakia is a small country, but it has plenty of natural beauty.
The landscapes are diverse. High mountain peaks are often divided by deep valleys. Forests and its vegetation represent Slovakia's greatest natural treasure.
So come with us to discover it.
Percent of the Slovak territory is forest area, which is about 2 million hectares. Forest in Slovakia has three main functions. 70% of all forests are commercial, 17% is for protected forests, and 13% is special purpose forests. Coniferous forests provide food and shelter to about 10% of Slovak animals. They are home to several mammal and bird species like squirrel, brown bear, deer, Eurasian lynx, owl, and wood grouse. Subalpine regions house only about 1% of all Slovak animals. However, animals living in this zone are not strongly represented. They are equally interesting and important. We are talking about chamois and marmots.
Our forests are full of wild animals.
Beech is the most common in Slovak forests. It is up to 31.6%. On the second place is spruce with 25.5%. Oak with 13.2% is third. As far as nature of Slovakia is concerned, it is divided into 9 national parks. They are Veľká Fatra National Park, Malá Fatra National Park, Low Tatras National Park, Moranská Planina National Park, Pieniny National Park, Poloniny National Park, Slovak Karst National Park, Slovak Paradise National Park, and Tatra National Park.
Tatra National Park is the largest and the oldest one of our national parks. The park is important for protecting a diverse variety of fauna and flora with many endemic species, including the Tatra chamois.
Low Tatras National Park is a national park in central Slovakia in Hore-Hronie region. In the area of park are caves which are open to public, for example, Bystra Cave and Jemenovská Cave.
Poloniny National Park. Selected areas in the Bukovské Hills are included into primeval beech forests of the Carpathian UNESCO World Heritage Site. Besides several mountain trails, there is also one connecting outstanding wooden churches from the 18th century.
Slovak Paradise National Park is popular for large quantities of remarkable touristic trails. The Slovak Paradise contains about 350 caves, but only the Dobšinská Ice Cave, which is since 2000 a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is open to the public.
Veľká Fatra National Park is typical for its continuous forest, long valleys, and the largest locality of original yew tree occurrence in Europe. Malá Fatra National Park is situated in the westernmost Slovak high mountains Malá Fatra. Gorgeous rock peaks and the attractive ridge tour are among its attractions. Moranská Planina National Park, with its wild mountain karstic landscape and minimum human intervention, is located between central and eastern parts of Slovakia. Pieniny National Park is the smallest of the Slovak national parks, but as far as its beauty concerned, it is no way less beautiful. It is the second oldest park in Slovakia. Slovak Karst National Park is the largest karstic area in the Middle Europe, with the densest concentration of underground forms. November 19, 2004 was a Black Friday changing the image of Tatars for good. On that afternoon, a massive cold front arrived in the Tatra mountains accompanied by extremely strong wind, which amounted to a hurricane. This hurricane left fatal consequences on the Tatra vegetation and changed its image forever. The Tatra forest, in which spruces prevail, especially at the foot of the mountains, ceases to exist in just a few hours. The vine uprooted or broke 12,000 hectares of woods, mostly in the Tatra National Park, in a belt of more than 30 kilometers long.
There were a calamity too, but actually is displayed recovery.
The disaster continued after the hurricane. The bark beetles spread rapidly to the surrounding forest and that forest had to be felled. However, felling of the forest continued throughout Slovakia, especially because of the trees are old enough for bark beetles. The Commission of the European Union does not agree with the destruction of forests in Slovakia.
Nowadays is felling the trees the biggest problem of Slovak forests.
Horehronie is tourist and geographic region of Slovakia. It's situated in Brezno district. It is expanded within the upper river Hron valley and it's surrounded by the low Tatras ranges from the north by mountains Muránska planina, Veporské hills and Polana from the south. National Park Low Tatras and Muránska planina has the highest degree of protection.
Horehronie is characterized by a number of springs, streams and rivers which eventually led to the river Hron, an important Slovak river basin. Horehronie is rich in timber merchants, for that in the past, wood was transported via the Hron. There are mineral springs and many places. The forests of the Slovak republics cooperate with Poland in various projects, which are funded by Eurofunds and aim to preserve the original forest in Slovakia and Poland. Slovakia cooperates also with Hungary and Austria within this field. In the region there is mainly cold to moderately cold basin climate, especially winter is cold, which creates good conditions for winter sports. Primeval Forest of Dobroč is National Natural Monument. Primeval Forest represents the past, the present and the future and it's more than 10,000 years old. Primeval Forest of Dobroč is located in Vepor Hills, which were formed in the Mesozoic. It's one of the oldest protected areas in Slovakia since 1913. Cycle of changing trees lasts about 400 years there. This area has around 104 hectares and its all altitude of 70 to 1000 meters above sea level. In primeval forest, you can't move on your own. You can go here only with a guide and you can interfere and feed the wild animals too.
Podaj mi tu nożyk, to na chwilę.
Nie! Tatrach. Ježiš, chápete to? Šamoje. Napíš mi tam šamoje. Nie species. A diverse variety. Chápeš to?
Môžeš.
In the area of park are caves which are open to public. For example, Dimenovská jaskyňa.
Stačí. Môžeš.
In the area of parks are caves. In the area of Ešte raz. In the area of park.
Hej, počkaj. 3, 2, už je 3, 2, 1, môžeme. Nie, veď ale haló. Kde je ten papier? A, vidím ho.
Už je dole.
Ide, poď. Máme druhý, tak to isté? Dobre.
Forests represent our national heritage.
Čo? Ja nebol som to, čo z vegetation.